Have you ever found yourself, again, wanting to live a bigger life, a bigger purpose, but yet you're caught in a pattern that's not healthy? It's not heading that direction. It's kind of like right now it's fall. Okay, so you have to have the obligatory pumpkin on a bench and the plant that dies. So anyway, but that said, we all fall into patterns. I even remember as a kid, I could not wait until the day I drove. Well, that began by me getting a mini bike, my parents letting me get it, and I know that was a big decision because they knew I would, fall off it and crack my head or something like that. And well, I got a mini bike, but then I wanted to take a next step, and I got a job when I was 15 away from home, even though I worked with our family on the farm, but got a job at a restaurant, so my parents let me buy a moped, all right? Now, some of y'all, it's like, okay, you're one of those moped people. Yes, I was, because it was wheels, and it was legal. Okay, so I got a moped, and they didn't want me to have a motorcycle, but a moped worked, okay? But then, man, I wanted to have a car, like everybody. And so it was that progression, again, a mini bike to a moped to a car, and I could not wait. It was always that pattern that, again, I lived in, and then it was the next car, and et cetera. And I wonder how many of us, we're caught up in this pattern. We're waiting for what's next, and we keep shooting for that what's next, and we're missing out on the bigger purpose God has for us. Well, what if we spent our time living for what God has, and we kind of set aside the pattern, and instead of investing life in what that next step is, we invested in God. God's word addresses this in Romans 12:2. He says, do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you'll be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. I want to encourage you today, whatever pattern you're living in, to step back from it and maybe evaluate your life. Are you living in a pattern that is keeping you from experiencing a bigger purpose than God has for you? I know you can go out and buy the obligatory pumpkin and the plant that I'm actually supposed to trim up and plant somewhere because it's going to bloom next year. But anyway, you can do that kind of stuff. But what step do you need to take to step out of the pattern that you're caught in this world and live in the pattern of glorifying God? Take it, whatever it is. Hope you have an amazing day. Let's live reckless for the one who loves you most, Jesus. Bye, y'all.